Bro, what was Japan cooking when they made High School of the Dead? Because this ain't a zombie anime, this is The Walking Dead if it was directed by the world horniest cameraman. If you haven't seen it, imagine a survival horror story but with more boobs than brain cells. This show is chaos, pure undiluted fan assault. Nah, fanservice can't even explain what's going on here. If you've ever seen that one clip of a guy using a girl's boobs as a gun rest, yeah, that's the anime. If you watch anime, you've probably seen that scene. And if you haven't, congratulations, you're about to question physics, morality, and the purpose of gravity. The anime starts with our main man, Takashi, brooding because that's what main characters do. He's sad because his childhood crush, Rhea, ditched him for his best friend. No. Bro got the main characters at the park. Tragic love, messy hair, existential crisis. He's up on the roof like the wall sucks and the universe said bet. Before he can even finish soaking, boom, apocalypse. No warning, no setup, no explanation, just straight chaos. A random teacher gets munched at the school gate and everyone is like, huh, that's weird. And 10 seconds later, it's full-blown The Last of Us. Now, that wouldn't have been a problem for students in the US or UK, cause you know those kids stay strapped up. Zombie outbreak in an American high school, that'd be a 5-minute episode. We handled it, credits roll. But here in Japan, Takashi is running around with a baseball bat like it's going to solve anything. Takashi snaps into action like he's been waiting for this his whole life and runs off to save Rei. How does he convince her to leave the classroom with him? Bro smacks the shit out of her. Like full anime backhand combo.
This chicken is cold.
So yeah, Rei, Takashi, and random side characters try to escape the school, but random side dude gets bit and dies immediately. We knew he was going to die. He had NPC energy. Then we meet the rest of the gang, or as I like to call them, the Boob Cinematic Universe. Seiko, or Boob 1, the sword girl, elegant, calm, and way too happy to murder zombies. You can tell she's been waiting to unleash her inner demons since Kendo Club. Saya, or Boo 2, pink-headed tsundere genius, calls everyone baka like it's her birthright. She's technically the team's strategist, but let's be real, nobody listens to her. Then we've got Shizuka, the nurse, or as I like to call her, Ultra Boobs. Her medical license expired 10 years ago, but gravity hasn't given up on her once. She's the group's emotional support MILF. And finally, Hirano, aka the American. This man is the Second Amendment. While everyone is panicking, he's over there crafting weapons like it's Call of Duty, Tokyo Edition. He's too ready. Trained by some special force guy overseas, bro unlocked the American starter pack early. The school gets overrun, so the crew's like, alright, let's do it. But before leaving, they gotta go full Michael Bay. Slow motion shots, screaming, panting flips, jiggles. You would think it was a war movie directed by Victoria's Secrets. They grab a school bus and start moving down zombie left and right. I swear, this scene had more slow motion than Zack Snyder's entire career. They even picked up the creepy ass teacher named Shudo, who immediately radiates I have multiple HR complaints energy. Bro looks like he failed every background check ever invented. They still let him on the bus because apparently common sense died before the apocalypse did. The bus ride doesn't last long though. It turns out Shido is out here building a cult mid-apocalypse. Man's got students worshipping him like it's Sunday service. The group's like, yeah, nah, we're not dying for your sermon. And they did. Then out of nowhere, a flaming bus just spawns out the void and explodes between them. Why? No reason, just anime things. It's a praise the squad giving Takashi and Rei time to bond, aka more fan service in the middle of Master. The gang reunites eventually and ends up at Shizuka's friend's house, which somehow has running water, electricity, and the entire Silver's arsenal. Like bro, who was her friend? John Wick? Anyways, they chill, wash up, and obviously the show drops more fan services. Then plot progression. They rescue a little girl named Alice, whose introduction includes her peeing on Takashi's back. Yeah, that was the final straw for me. I don't know what the kind of scene's direction that was, but I felt my brain exit my body, literally. And in between all this, we got the iconic scene. You know the one, Takashi fires a rifle using Rhea's boobs as a gun stand. And the bullet literally flies in between Psycho's boobs in slow motion. Peak cinematography. That one shot probably cost 70% of the animational budget. At this point, it's not even about zombie survival, it's anime physics gone feral. Later, Takashi and Psycho splits off to draw zombies away. She has a little trauma arc where she's like, I like killing things, and Takashi goes, that's crazy, me too. Peak romance. The next morning, Psycho loses her will to fight. So Takashi does what any rational man would do in an anime that's allergic to logic. He gropes her, and apparently it works. She goes full Zenitsu mode and solos an entire herd. 10 over 10 motivational technique. They link up back at Saya's family mansion, and suddenly everyone's having emotional breakdown because they are being treated like children, which they are. And just when you think it can't get dumber, Shido, the creepy teacher, comes back. This man refuses to die. Instead of killing him, they let him go and he accidentally opens the gates. Zombies flood in and I'm screaming, you should have just killed him. Like, bro, what the fuck? Let this dude go. Then, as if that wasn't enough chaos, then out of nowhere, America says, let's fix this and drops an EMP on Japan. Why? Because America. And then we get a bitch episode. What's a 12 episode anime without a bitch filler episode? Because obviously the end of civilization needs bikinis. And that's how High School of the Dead ends. Mid-apocalypse. No season 2, no closure, just chaos, cleavage and confusion. And at the end of the day, High School of the Dead isn't just an anime, it's an experience. It's what happens when puberty meets the apocalypse, directed by someone allergic to shirts. And let's be real, we all know why we watch this show, and it's definitely not for the poor. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Peace and love, guys.